Hi guys, welcome back. All right, let's go for a storyline where Pisces, this is about the one on Pisces' mind. By the way, I will be getting all of the zodiacs done tonight. I think we've got like maybe 4 more to do still tonight. So I might be wrong. I might still have 5 to do, but we'll get them all done tonight. So if you're looking for other zodiacs, hang in there. I think we've already done Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Libra, Leo, Aquarius, and now Pisces. So we've got the Eight of Swords, we've got the Two of Cups, we got the Emperor. So the person on Pisces' mind is they're very stuck on one thought. This was my Two of Cups. This is my person. This is my Two of Cups. This is my person. I feel like they, by the way, could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. They could be an Aries, really strong emphasis on the Aries. Or they could be a water sign. It doesn't have to be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But gosh, actually, let me stay with that deck for a second. So they are stuck on this one thought. And it's like, I just want to get you in my sidecar. I want to go ahead and escape into the night with my Pisces. I want you with me. Let's get out of here. I'm hearing that song, like 1950 song. We got to get out of this place if it's the last thing we ever do. Girl, there's a better life for me and you. With that Six of Swords, they may feel stuck not only on the thought that this is my person, but it's like they want to elevate and take Pisces with them someplace nicer, better, calm sea. Great to see you, hon. It is like they want to take Pisces with them. King of Cups. Take them away. This could be a same-sex couple, doesn't have to be, but they are seeing Pisces as this very loving king. So somebody who has great ideas. I feel like they rely on Pisces for, support, and Pisces great ideas. And Pisces might be somebody who's quite brilliant and has amazing ideas. It's like, I feel like this is somebody who wants to like build businesses with Pisces, and they can already see that life could be better with Pisces by their side. But it's also like, we got to get to a better life, and you and me together, we could build such a much better life. They want to give a better life and nicer things and maybe nicer house and, better environment to Pisces. But they also know that Pisces is a huge contributing force of all of this goodness. So I don't know, this looks amazing. We've got the Ace of Pentacles sideways. In their mind, I don't know how soon this can happen, but they want to do this with Pisces and only with Pisces. We can see that's a heavy focus for them. But it's like, how do I get from point A to point B? How do I get my Pisces in my sidecar? We got a Four of Cups in the reverse, but also Five of Swords in the reverse. Well, some things in their life have been ironed out. If they had obstacles, if they had, I don't know if this person had maybe they got themselves into a little bit of, trouble a little bit. Sometimes it's like, okay, maybe they literally, have to pay some traffic tickets, or maybe they got themselves into some legal trouble. And it's like, I'm going to get out of this. Well, it looks like they are already. Or if they were dealing with people that were high drama, and then because of that, it's like it was about to touch Pisces' life. They're like determined that they're going to tidy up what is wrong. They've already been doing it. This is somebody, I don't know if Pisces knows this, but they have already been tidying up. We've got the villain in the top hat, whatever or whomever this represents. I think that they created significant issue and blockage between this individual, we'll call them the Emperor, and Pisces. Whoever the villain or whatever the villain in the top hat was, something came between Pisces and the Emperor, and they were really bummed about this for a period of time. Admittedly, it could have been their own set of poor choices, or it could have been someone or something else, some other force that screwed stuff up. Hi, sweet. But these things have been tidied. These things have been course corrected, and that's really nice to see. Hi, Loretta. The Nine of Pentacles. They have cleaned up financially, as well as like legalities, I feel like there's no longer the villain in the top hat, whether that was a third party that, came in to stir up trouble. I'm sorry to make this so dramatic, but that villain in the top hat card keeps pulling at me. I almost feel like, did somebody like make a really big mess because they saw that the emperor was falling for Pisces, dating Pisces, wanted to be with Pisces, and this could be like an ex who shows up and is like, oh, think you're going to have happiness with a different person, are you? Well, let me drag your name through the mud. Let me drag you through all kinds of problems. Let me make sure you can't leave the state until you've settled some, whatever you owe me, $3,000 for whatever they perceive, like just to throw a monkey wrench in things, just to be a jerk. That's what this feels like. Like there was, I know we don't see the card of injustice, but we definitely saw like my hands are tied. There's nothing I can do. But I'm also really stuck on this idea that Pisces is my Two of Cups. Pisces is the person where as soon as I clean up this mess, as soon as I get my finances settled, as soon as I get the drama out of my life, I want to bring Pisces with me into this better world. And I know Pisces and I will have such a much better life. I feel like this person, there's an escape in this storyline. I want to escape and have, I want to get out of this heavier energy. I want to go ahead and be fresh again with my Pisces. There's such a spark of inspiration with this Page of Wands. They really can see this taking shape. They have great hope for this now. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. What life do you envision sharing with Pisces? Exactly. The one that they would share with Pisces, meaning it won't just be up to them. They want to consult with Pisces. They want Pisces' beautiful input. They know Pisces is super intelligent. They are like, that's the thing. I want to build it with Pisces. I want to show Pisces that I can like support them or help them, but I also want to show Pisces that I am reliable. I am somebody who can tidy up messes and can stride forward. They do want to be like a powerful lead, but at the same time, they want Pisces. They're not like trying to usurp Pisces' own personal opinions. If anything, they're like, I'll have to kind of wait and see what Pisces wants. But my goal is to show up as this powerful energy and say, Pisces, I can finally like, let's escape together. You come with me, Pisces. Let me take you with me into this better land, and then we'll build together. Very much soulmate energy. They see Pisces as like the person to build with. They just don't know how Pisces will see this. I mean, this is Pisces, right? What if Pisces is reluctant? What if Pisces doesn't want to deal with me? What if Pisces is like, oh, I don't really care that you're all ready and hot and bothered and ready to build with me. Maybe I don't want to. We have got a 10 of Wands and an Ace of Wands. I think they're like, I can't even let myself entertain that idea because I worked so freaking hard to get myself out of this, whether it was, like I say, legal trouble or the villain in the top hat or whatever debt to society they had to pay or whatever it was. It's like, I worked so hard, and the thing that I worked hard for was because I was dreaming of like building a better life with Pisces. So I need to just keep my mind on the focus that this is what I'm passionate about. It's like this character has had Pisces as this huge inspiration to them, which has already yielded great results, right? Because as they've been inspired to improve their circumstances in their life, because of Pisces, because Pisces is that Two of Cups. We got to have something to like gravitate towards, some light at the end of this tunnel. And it's made them make better choices, and it's kept them excited. And it's also helping them to say, I finally feel like I've arrived. And it's really because of Pisces. Pisces they gave me the strength, looking forward to this fantasy maybe that I could be with Pisces and escape with them, and we could build that better life once I have things settled. That's what's been keeping me going. And so now I've made some good choices and I can finally lay down some burdens. So I'm just going to believe that somehow, some way, hopefully Pisces will agree and they'll want to do this with me. Let's take a look and ask, how does Pisces feel about this person right now? Let's see. We've got Ace of Swords, Five of Pentacles. If finally all these missed opportunities, this is, so Five of Pentacles can be, like, I'm so sad, look at, I'm out in the cold, look at what I've lost. This card is not, because what we have is all of these unplucked pentacles. There hasn't been any waste or loss. Those pentacles are still there for the picking. Has there been a gap of time where things went dormant? Yes. But dormant doesn't mean gone and dead and over. And it doesn't mean wasted. Sometimes, what do we do with food? We stick it in the freezer so it doesn't rot, so we can still eat it later. Sometimes things get saved for us. Sometimes the goodness that we're going to get to have, it gets stored up for us for a later time when it's feasible. And I think if anything, Pisces is like, hey, anything can still be a loss, but I'm not going to count it out, because I'm pretty clear on one thing. It wasn't possible for us to have success together at one point in time, right? This is the clarity of truth, but it doesn't mean it wouldn't possibly come back around, or that the timing wouldn't be better later for us. Now, this can also be the sword that we use to cut things free. And we could say, nah, it was a missed opportunity. But because that hawk is there flying free in the sky, I look at these, especially the two together, I look at it as, no, I was just waiting for the time when there was freedom so that we could pursue this. That's all. It just, we had to wait until, sometimes we get what we want in life, but we get it at a different time than what we thought we were going to get it. Magician upright. I kind of think Pisces has been manifesting this all along. I think Pisces has wanted this all this time. I think that they're a powerful manifester. They attract things into their life that they want. I don't see this as a Pisces who's like, oh, I don't think this will ever work, or, oh, I'm so pissed at that person. I think Pisces is like, I assume that life plays out in divine timing. I work with the flow of the energy of the universe. I invite only good things into my life. And if something is going to be possible at the right time where it can actually flourish, I accept that. So I do feel like, as far as, we don't have all this lovey-dovey on Pisces side, admittedly. What we have is more like this logical, understanding that if it is in my greatest and highest good, and if it can work out the way I would want it to, which would be, I want to have a really great life too. It has to be things that, I genuinely want to have. Otherwise, it's okay that it's not in my life. I'm not upset. How can I be upset when it wouldn't have worked out for me and I want a good life? So powerful for sure. Pisces is in a very powerful energy. We have a Four of Cups and a Four of Pentacles. If anything, I think Pisces kind of knows that this person has been super bummed out that they couldn't have pursued things with Pisces sooner. But Pisces doesn't share the same bummed outedness. Pisces is like, look, life unfurls maybe the way it has to, maybe the way it's going to, because that's it, right? I understand that they're bummed, but I don't think Pisces has ever lost any of their ability to manifest anything, because they don't get so attached to their timeline on everything. That's pretty awesome that Pisces, we don't see Pisces as sad or down, and we don't see it impeding their ability to manifest. Pisces, I will say this, Pisces has more than just this relationship on their mind or in their life. This Pisces is a busy person. They work with the flow of the universe, and nowhere here has Pisces blown this out of proportion and said, oh, they're my person. I've just been waiting day and night for them. They're the only one for me. We didn't see that. So this Pisces is not saying they're the only one I love. They're the, my shining star. I think that's good, because keep in mind, if these two have not been able to even be together or build because of the villain in the top hat, whatever that was, and this person, the Emperor obviously had problems that they had to solve that had nothing to do with Pisces. I would just say Pisces has recognized that, other issues that are not mine to solve, that's not where I spend my energy. So I go ahead and I keep working with the flow of the universe. My life doesn't stop because someone can't be with me at a certain point in time. And I won't automatically give somebody a place in my life and assume the fantasy that everything's going to work out perfect if they pop back into my life. I would have to wait and see how that goes, because I manifest the best for myself, but I also am going to be a critical thinker and make sure that it is what I really want. So I don't know. I just like the fact that this is not a Pisces being like too like warm and bubbly and waiting their whole life just for this person to return. I really like that about the story, that we see Pisces has their own life, their own stuff going on. They haven't really been pining and hurting over this emperor. The emperor has been thinking about Pisces as this bright spot in their mind and a huge motivation to tidy up their life, which that's beautiful. But until Pisces and this emperor get a chance to actually interact and see what can we build together, Pisces is not like putting all their eggs in that basket and being like, oh, we're going to be perfect together. It's going to be perfect. And I like that because it means that Pisces is still in an like very discerning. Even though obviously this one person seems to be crazy about Pisces, I still like that Pisces is not losing track of the fact that they have to have things work out in their life for them to be able to say a confident yes to those things. I like it when our characters stay kind of empowered. I mean, myself, I just like it when we get that reminder that, hey, you don't have to say yes to stuff, not unless it's really good for you. So anyway, I'm going to leave this one here. You guys, thanks so much for being here. Ian Bell, hi, honey. Loretta, thanks again for being here. RT and Sweet, thank you so much, you guys. It's so good to see everybody. Ooh, Sweet, who? Astro, oh no. 8, Moving. Okay, track 8 on the album, a New Zealand band. Ooh, I can't wait. Okay, hang on, I'm going to write it down so that I don't forget. 8, Moving. Okay. Realized the album in March. Okay, awesome. You are so awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, the band is called 8. I'll check it out. Thank you so much, Sweet. You are so wonderful. You guys, so good to see everybody. I bet I'll love it, 8. Again, thank you guys so much for hanging with me tonight. Come see. You were first in the house. All right, everyone. I will see you again very soon. We're going to get through all of the zodiac still tonight, even if we run late. All right. So we'll probably do at least 1 or 2 more here before I bounce over to Tarot Dog, though. All right, guys. I'll see you guys at 10 on Tarot Dog, though. Seaside Sandy. Hi. Lots of love. Bye, guys. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing.